And I think the thing is, like, I think Nike needs somebody like Kanye because Travis is done.
I don't know. I don't know if he's done.
He's
I
not
wouldn't
done,
say
but you know what I
that.
mean. Like, it's definitely not the same as
I feel
after
like it's
what
on
happened
that, like,
in Astroworld. I've been So, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Shoebox, the podcast. #1 shoe podcast in the world, guys.
In the world.
In the world, guys.
In our world.
In my world. Today we got episode number 2, guys. So we're gonna be talking about all the new sneaker releases for this month. Kanye just left Adidas, or he's planning on leaving Adidas.
Yeah, it seems like he's leaving Adidas from what it looks like on his Instagram. So
it's looking dicey, guys. So we're gonna talk about that, the TikTok, the headphones,
Notorious.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that as well. And the next event we're having, we're gonna be selling vintage, so we're gonna talk about that as well. So let's get into it. What do you think about the Fire Reds?
I mean, I'm gonna buy them. It's a classic, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a good shoe to like buy right now. Personally, I don't know how people feel about threes right now. I feel like they're kind of in that like mid level where people still appreciate them, but they're not as hyped, I feel like, as like a 4 or like Dunks. It's not at that level yet, but it's still obviously not as dead as like another like a. What's a shoe that's not as like a 5? Like a 5's not popping, you know.
Jordan 2.
But I mean, some people would say that
Jordan 2's had some more releases.
Yeah, like they've had a lot of releases, but nothing's really caught fire, to be honest. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about those.
Do you feel like people are going to be kind of salty because they bought the Cardinals? And now they're dropping the Fire Reds.
I've had people tell me like it's literally a Cardinal, but like
the Cardinal is a new shoe.
I don't know. Like
it's not an OG though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it just the colors just make a difference. Like I think it has also like yellow lace tips that just kind of throw me off a little bit. Yeah. It's not the same like Fire Reds. And then they got the Nike Air in the back. Nike
yeah, they're bringing back the Nike Air.
That sells every shoe, bro.
Because I kept seeing the Cardinals and I was like, why don't we just paint the Jumpman red? And I was like, then you got a fire shoe because like the yellow was kind of like so it is like one of those shoes that's people are gonna be like, I just bought the Cardinals, should I get the Fire Reds? You should just clean your Cardinals and just sell them and then get your Fire Reds.
Exactly. That's the best part about like having like a collection is that you can buy, sell, trade like anything you have and stuff like that. So yeah, for me personally, I pass on the Cardinals, but I will not be passing on the Fire Reds.
And then we got a Jordan 5 low PSG.
Well, if you follow us on TikTok, you know how we feel about the 5s. So
I don't know how you feel about them, but the low for me, a Jordan 5 low kind of destroys the whole shoe. In my mind, like the whole shoe is supposed to be a mid top or like a high top to mid top with the reflective tongue. So when you cut it down to a low, I don't know. It just doesn't really translate that well to me.
I see your perspective, and like I personally never was a person that liked the 5 lows either. I just prefer the highs, just like I said, because again we're just being like that model just was the way it is and how it's supposed to be worn, and like how you were saying about the tongue, like I feel like when you wear that shoe, like that tongue like makes a big like statement, and like it's a staple piece of that shoe, like the shoe design. So when you kind of cut that off, it kind of just doesn't make the same impact, I feel like.
It just doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah, so I feel like for these 5s, I just pass, like for sure. Like I don't think they're gonna have like any good resale value. It's just a pass.
Yeah, same. Got the Yeezy 350 V2 beige black. It's like a gray.
It's okay.
Gray and black shoe,
but
know?
I feel like the 350 V2s are starting to like. It's getting like boring, repetitive, a lot of similar colorways. Like I don't know, like and I was never like a V2 guy. Like so, that might just be my perspective where I'm just like they're whatever, but I just never mess with them. Resale, I can see them reselling maybe like $20-$30 over retail. So
I could see them going up to like the Dazzling Blues are like 350. I can see them around that range.
Think so?
Depending on how much they drop, though. But it doesn't have
retail's,
like...
That's the thing with Yeezys, is that retail's so high already that it's all like for people who want to like buy them to resell. Like it's just so much more hard for you to make like a margin off of them.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why I'm saying like it probably won't be like a huge profit when it comes to reselling.
Yeah. Again, yeah. And again, it's like, you know, the Dazzling Blues, you know, if you can't get a bread, you get a Dazzling Blue.
Yeah, I mean, but that shoe itself is pretty clean. Like that, as far as like those colorways, like it's just those are one of my favorite ones. But like I said, this one I feel like it's okay. Like the color blocking's nothing special, I guess, or like nothing that kind of stands out. Or so I like I said, for me, I don't see them. I mean, crazy. I'm not gonna buy them because I don't wear V2s.
Yeah.
And so. And resellers, I mean, I feel like there are people going to buy them to resell, and they'll make some money off of them because, I mean, there's still a specific crowd that buys them.
Yeah.
That, you know, like they have to have like every V2. Yeah.
I'm kidding, guys.
Oh my god, dude!
I'm just joking, guys.
Canceled.
Hey, you know, comfort is important.
But yeah, that's me on the V2.
Yeah. No,
next shoe. What else?
I think they're cool, and I think, you know, if you want them, I would get them. They're a clean shoe.
It's at the end of the day, buy what you like. So
yeah, and I think, you know, it's like I've seen they've gone really hardcore with like all the natural tones and like a bunch of browns, greens, yellows, and then you have like the freaking collage, like those orange, like bluish. I don't even know the name of them. They just look like a fucking Jackson Pollock, just like.
I honestly don't know which ones, but whatever.
They're like a tan.
Oh, yeah, like the tan with the orange and blue and stuff. Like okay, I know exactly what
like
you're talking about.
rainbow, like kind of thing. I don't know, like
yeah, they're
a little wild, you know. So like I think these are gonna be a nice like shoe if you want to just have a daily, like, you know, Yeezy 2 V2 that you want to rock.
Yeah, I mean this would be more easy to wear. That's like I said, they'll move, they'll sell. Like not about, like I said.
Yeah, the Georgetown Jordan 6s. Have you seen those?
The all gray ones.
The all gray ones with the little blue.
They're clean. I like them. I personally still am a fan, and I think that colorway is simple, easy to wear, and it's like all suede, right? It's like all suede.
Oh, yeah, it's all suede.
Or like Nubuck or something. No, it's suede.
It's suede.
It's a good shoe. I like it.
Yeah, it's clean.
Would I cop? I think I would pass, just because right now like sixes aren't in my rotation. So
yeah.
I just passed because of that.
Do you think the retail is going to be like, or the resale is going to be?
It'll be okay.
I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I don't think so either. So
yeah, and I think like bigger sizes will probably sit. Like anything like a 13, you'll probably end up finding like at a Foot Locker if you just walk in there and stuff.
Yeah.
So anybody who's bigger size, like, you know, that's your opportunity. Or anybody who has got smaller size, also grade schools, I think they'll probably end up having a few pairs sitting. But overall, like, yeah, it shouldn't be like a horrible shoe, and I think you'll still have like the same range, like I was saying with the Yeezys, like a $20-$30 profit margin on them.
Yeah.
And definitely, I mean, I would think that maybe these would even like restock a couple times or end up in outlets because of how much they're gonna make.
Yeah, it looks like one of those shoes they're gonna make a lot of, like the midnight navies.
Yeah, but it's a good shoe. I think it's a good shoe.
I think that shoe is. The Georgetown's like way better than the midnight navies just because of the suede.
Exactly.
I'm always a sucker for suede, so
yeah, you can't go wrong with suede shoes, bro. Like, they just look nice.
Yeah. We could touch on the last, like the end of the month. We had the Stealths and the Jordan 12s and the Jordan 1s. They came out at the end of the month. What do you think about those?
We kind of talked about this with like the Heritage ones, right? I think we talked about these before, but
yeah,
I liked this color blocking. I considered buying those, but since I've already have these, like I didn't feel like the need to buy it because it felt like it's the same shoe. But I would say that one's probably easier to wear. If I didn't have these, I would probably have those, to be honest. Like,
it's like they took that shoe and put it in a filter, and then they give you a Stealth.
Yeah, literally. I feel like it's the exact same shoe.
Yeah.
Good shoe. I don't see it going more than retail. So I don't see it as far as it being a good resale shoe. But I feel like wearability, and anybody who likes Jordan 1s, it's a good shoe to buy.
Yeah.
I would have bought if I didn't get the Heritages. So like, you know, I think it's a cop, but like I'll probably cop if I get a good deal on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't don't spend a lot of money on the Stealths.
Yeah, personally, like I wouldn't pay resale. Like if somebody's trying something for 200, 220, like just wait.
Just
you'll run into them. You'll run into them.
You'll find them again.
Yeah.
And I think the Jordan 12 Stealths, they look sick, but Again, I'm not a really big 12 guy, so
Yeah, I mean, I've never been a 12 guy either.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know.
I think they look clean, but I think the resale on them is still kind of like
There's no. I mean,
chilling.
you saw the playoffs, which is an OG colorway that came out, and they were going basically for retail for a little bit. And there wasn't much movement. Like, I think 12s is just one of those shoes that, like, you know, there's a particular crowd who wants them, but it's not a more popular shoe that's going to move a lot. So personally, like, my reseller side says, you know, don't buy any of these because you'll probably end up having to find like the right market for them or take a loss so that you can move them. And then for me personally, I don't wear 12, so I will not be buying.
And Jordan 12, the playoffs, they made a lot of pairs of those.
Yeah,
they restocked those a lot, so that's kind of why they went for almost retail. But I think these stealths, like, they're a clean colorway, but I don't see them.
It's just a shoe model, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that is the true model.
Yeah, it's not the wave right now.
Yeah, Travis Scott, make a Jordan 12, please.
Jordan 12.
That'd be funny.
Playoffs are 400 now. Imagine.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be crazy. Dude, like, what the hell happened, bro?
Oh, you see all the little kids wearing them now.
Yeah, and then in the comments, everybody's gonna be dropping. I told you.
I told you. You
I told you, bro.
Why were you guys sleeping?
You guys are sleeping on them. Heaters, bro.
They're heaters, man. I've done this since 2006.
I was wearing those when you guys were wearing Travis Scott's.
Oh, really? Okay, the most anticipated shoe though, the Jordan 1 yellow toe.
The yellow toes, crispy.
This is a fire shoe, guys.
Okay, it's a cop for me.
Cop. I want them already.
Yeah, I've been thinking about buying them early just because of how much I've been looking at them, but
yeah,
I don't know. It looks like the market's pretty steady on them, so I don't want to overpay.
Yeah.
I think I see them hitting like 220, 230 like during release. What are they sitting at right now? I think they're sitting like at like the 200 range, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out, guys. But overall, I think it'll be a good mover. Like those shoes are gonna sell, and depending on how much stock they like release. Like I don't see them going extremely like high, like at least for the first couple months. So as far as like quick flips, I guess I think it's a good shoe.
Yeah.
Long term hold, also a good shoe.
Yeah.
So it's just an overall, like I said, you can go either way. I think what we're gonna do is buy pairs to flip, like, you know, obviously for everybody, and also have probably like a few that we're going to put to the side just to hold to see how the market does later on for them, as well as personals. So
I think like people are always hesitant with yellow, but like right now they're like 40 over retail on StockX.
So what are they at? Like
216 if a size 10.
Yeah.
So like I think people are kind of like sleep on yellow, but the color blocking, the pine greens.
Yeah, the color blocking's like
it's like OG color blocking.
It's like a no-brainer. Like
and so like I think people are gonna like kind of sleep on them, but they're gonna come around to them because it's not as much yellow as the pollens. So like they're a little more easier to wear.
Yeah. That pollen yellow was kind of a little bit more like a darker.
Yeah,
so it's a little more
yellow.
harder to wear. I feel like this yellow you'll find something more, and it resembles like a shattered backboard really close.
Yeah.
So I feel like anybody who doesn't have that shoe and has been wanting that shoe but doesn't want to pay that much, like, would go for these as an alternative.
Because these would be easy to paint, right?
Well, not only but like the shoe itself, like I'm
just kidding.
It's just a clean shoe.
Yeah, no, it's a sick shoe.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be the shoe of the month. Like,
oh yeah, I'm excited.
It's probably
for
the best shoe that's dropping.
When are they dropping? The 24th.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be fire.
We'll actually be in Vegas in the 24th. So
we will be in Vegas.
So we'll see if we can hit something over there. I know they have a Nike store. So we'll see.
That'd be crazy.
Be fire.
Go to Urban Necessities and just go.
Well, the Nike store is like right across from UN. So
yeah, so we can just walk over there and resell them. And
so just flip them immediately.
So we don't have to carry them on our flight.
Yeah, right. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. We might have to sell it to them.
That'd be so funny. Okay, so Kanye on Instagram has been going wild.
Yes,
Kanye's gone wild. The new
surprise.
New DVD set coming out soon.
That's a good one.
Do you think is he actually going to leave Adidas?
I feel like it's been like a long awaited thing for like the last year, just because he's been like off and on about like certain things that they allow him to do and things that they don't allow him to do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's long overdue, to be honest. Like, I feel like it's going to happen. Will that happen now? I don't know. Like, I guess we're literally just waiting. I just saw a meme actually earlier where they were saying like resellers are just waiting to to see if like he leaves. And basically, it's kind of like everybody's projecting that if he leaves, some of the shoes become more valuable because they won't be making them anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hold on to your turtle doves, like
Son.
I don't know, like it'll be crazy either way, whichever way it goes. But that's the one thing that I can say that would be like the benefit of him leaving. But as far as like what he's gonna do after Nike, I don't know.
Yeah, Nike, or do you think he would go solo?
I mean, solo would be cool, but
I think
I don't know if he has what it takes to be solo, because I feel like he's a creative, but as far as like being somebody who knows how to run the business, as far as like day-to-day things that are required to like get things done that way,
not having the infrastructure.
Yeah, like I don't know if he has that to be able to do himself. He definitely have to have like a good team, and that's one thing that he always like talks about, is not having the money to fund things. Yeah. So I don't know, but I mean, I think he's made a lot more money now, so he might have a chance. I
have like a weird feeling that like he might try to go like Louis V or Gucci,
like high end.
Yeah, like because he's always wanted to be like Louis V, Gucci, like those kind of brands. Like that didn't let him in the beginning, and like Virgil Abloh worked for them, and like I think like he's always kind of wanted to like check that off his list. So I could kind of see that happening, but I think Nike. I don't know, but I feel think like Nike might be like just like maybe like a comeback tour kind of vibe to it.
I feel like that's what we would all want, like right now, because Nike kind of like has been deleting like for the last 2 years since Adidas, because like Adidas had its own storm, but now I feel like it's kind of over. Yeah. So I feel like Nike would be like the most logical way to go.
And I think the thing is, like, I think Nike needs somebody like Kanye, because Travis is done.
I don't know. I don't know if he's done.
I wouldn't done, say but that. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely not the same as after like it's what happened at Astroworld.
It's like it's just up in the air. Like we don't know. We don't have any new music. Like, he barely posts on social now. Yeah, like
it's a weird spot he's in right now, and I think Nike. I don't know. If I was like a Nike exec, I would be like thinking about, okay, well, what if Travis doesn't work out? We need to be thinking about the future.
Like a plan B. Like,
yeah, because like I think that we're hedging all their bets on Travis. Like, he was the guy, and he was moving culture, like McDonald's. Like, he was doing everything. Like, it was crazy. Like, he did the Super Bowl. He was doing like PlayStation dunks, like, or his Jordan ones. Like, was it dunks or Jordan ones?
It was the dunks, the dunk PlayStations.
Yeah, like he was doing a lot of things, and like he was like moving the culture, and like he was like, I think he was like getting to a point where he was like as big or as bigger as Kanye. So like for like where he's at right now, like I think Nike's kind of like, I think they still have the contract, they still have to follow through with a bunch of things they have to do with him, but like I think they are thinking about the future. And if Kanye is leaving, like I think Nike would be like, yo, we're like sorry for what happened with the Red Octobers. Let's try to like, let's do something hot this like next couple of years. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they would do something like that.
I don't think too Kanye has like, it's not that Kanye doesn't want to work with Nike. I feel like it's more like it just really, I feel like depends on whether Nike's really going to give him what he wants, or if they see him as a liability too, because the way he's acting with the executives and stuff at Adidas, I feel like can do a bad reflection for that, so that Nike can see it and be like, that could be like a nightmare for our HR team, basically, because he's going to be talking smack through his social platforms and like, it making a whole scene where it just doesn't seem good and worth it to Nike. So they might just be like, you're kind of a liability, because in all reality, I feel like that's why Louis V chose Virgil over Kanye, was because of that, because he knew he was a little bit more wild and like not well spoken and educated as much as Virgil when he talks. So I can see why Louis V probably passed up on him, because image-wise, they're kind of saying he's a liability for the image of the brand. So I can see Nike kind of going the same route.
No, that is true. And I think Nike has kind of like been in a... They're definitely on the more... Like, they're more socially, like, they're more...
Aware, like,
socially aware of, like, things that are going on in, like, the world right now. So, like, Kanye can kind of, like... If he's feeling
he steps out of that boundary.
Like, if he feels some kind of way about something, he's definitely going to say what he thinks. Yeah. And Nike probably wants a little more like somebody who's going to play more
play with the rules and the books and stuff like that, and like I said, not like go against them and throw them like that, like how he's just like making like seem like they're the bad guys in a way. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know what's going on in that business and what really like he's going through, but I don't know. Like I'm saying, like in a corporate world, when you see certain things like that, like I feel like that's kind of where that boundary's cut.
Yeah.
And so hopefully Nike's like, you know, a little more risky and says, you know, let's give Kanye another chance, because I know that's what we would want. Like the people in the sneaker community would definitely appreciate that.
It would be a cool comeback.
Yeah, for sure. I would love that. I would Red October's restock, like bro.
That'd be so crazy,
dude. That'd be wild,
finally
bro.
Can
I'd buy
afford
like 3 pairs.
Can finally afford a pair,
dude. Yeah, I'd be buying like 3 to 4 pairs just to have like.
Be wild,
dude. Crazy.
Every guy wearing Red Octobers again.
So, do you want to tell everybody about your little TikTok experience and your headphones?
You know, it was I should let you talk about it
because I'll explain it because
you can you were there.
You were there too. What do you mean?
I wasn't there. My body
was.
My body was there,
so
but my soul was somewhere else.
If you guys have seen, we have our TikTok page, and we just had one of our videos finally kind of get some traction.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, obviously, with the traction came a lot of like the comments that were making fun of like maybe our take, but also they were making fun of the headphones because he was wearing these PlayStation headphones.
Yeah.
And the funny story about this is that like we had told him like we were trying to do audio tests and everything like that. And we didn't have headphones, but I have this gaming console like PlayStation headphones, and I told him, hey, you know, we should connect them and try them out to just do some audio tests. And just kind of like, you know, take them off when we start recording. So then that way it's just, we're just casually like here recording, but we obviously want to make sure the audio sounds good.
Yeah.
But
and the audio is great on these. Just let you guys know.
Just so y'all like don't know.
If you want to buy a PlayStation 5 with some of these headphones are fire. So,
but he ended up saying like screw it because he wants to make sure everything's going good. So he kind of like risked himself as far as recording with them, and we just kind of ran with it because we are like, I guess it's not a big deal.
It's not.
But as soon as like I got a hold of TikTok, and I feel like it was more of those people that kind of got offended by the fact that you said that like the infrareds were trash. People just came after you and started picking at that.
They were like, what's with the headphones?
And now we got to make fun of you because we're like, bro, we told you to take them off. And, you know, it is what it is, bro. Like,
it's dope. I love it.
After that video, our infrareds still trash.
You know.
Or I guess the worst color.
Like the thing is, you know, we definitely sell them. We will sell them,
We
guys.
will sell them.
I think what doesn't get like brought up is like what I'm looking at it as like it's just like the colors. It's just a very hard shoe to like. I think if you're not gonna play basketball in them, which I can only see them as a shoe you could play basketball in.
Basketball.
I don't see
they are
you
basketball
like
shoes.
You know, well, yeah, but like they're suede, so it's like kind of like random. But I don't know. I just don't see them as like.
But they look cool. We're just saying that. Like, I mean, a suede shoe looks dope. So.
No, I'm saying like.
But they're not suede. They're actually like nubuck.
Are they?
Yeah, they're like a nubuck.
I haven't really looked at them that much because they make me want to throw up. I'm kidding, guys. I think you know what I mean. Like
no, but okay, but like the biggest thing I feel like that we took from that was like people in the comments did have a point when they were saying like that shoe is like it's not like the worst.
Yeah.
When you start thinking about like people were saying like the laser 4s.
Yeah.
Like the black colorway in those, and I was just kind of like in my head, I'm like, you know what, like I feel like there are some shoes, but just based off of like the recent shoes that we've seen, like you kind of jumped into that like really quick.
Yeah.
But I mean,
some people were saying the Red Thunders, and I was kind of laughing because I was like, like I think it's like one of those shoes. It's like you know. It's just a black and red shoe. You know?
He's not a fan of the Red Thunders. I personally like the Red Thunders. It's a cop for me. Like, I just haven't pulled the trigger on them yet, but I like them. He thinks they're not the best shoes.
It's just not a shoe that again. It's just not a shoe I'd wear.
I mean, I just feel like it's not enough. It is what it is, bro. Like, some people were saying infrareds is a shoe that they would wear. Like,
and dude, like if you love the shoe, rock it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I think whatever you like, I like some things you're not gonna like. So it's like just having an opinion, you know. And I think. You know, you can't get too mad about somebody and how they feel about a shoe because I might say the shoe's like fire, and then you might say it's trash. At
the end of the day, it's just an opinion. So like, it is what it is, bro.
It is what it is.
It happened, and he has PlayStation headphones. Like, hey, we all make mistakes. Catch
me on Fortnite, Warzone. I'll be streaming soon. So,
dude, he's Twitch streaming, like which catches on there and stuff,
just
bro.
Catch us on all those things. And we're gonna talk about one more thing: selling vintage
thing?
now, guys.
Yes,
We're gonna be selling vintage. Our new
vintage. Shoebox does vintage.
We're doing vintage now.
It's just something I feel like we've talked about that we've wanted to do, and there's so much more that we want to do still, and like we've been telling people that we meet and ask us kind of what we're doing and stuff like that, and we say we have so much more we want to do, but we're just taking one step at a time, and we just make that jump because we felt like we're in that position right now where we can start now transitioning a little bit more into vintage. But we've always done vintage though. Actually, we've got some pretty crazy stories from back in the day,
going to LA when we were kids. Before he was 21.
Was that the first time you went on flew on a plane?
Yeah, no. That wasn't the first time I flew on a plane, but it was a
vacation.
I never actually done it on my own money. I've gone on company trips, so that was the first time I actually
company trips and stuff like that.
Did something with somebody and I paid out of my own pocket.
Yeah. I think that was the first time, like I said, that we actually planned something and we're we're gonna go do something just the two of us, no parents or it's not something that, because we were teens when we did this. So when we started doing vintage, we would hit some of our local thrift shops, and basically we were huge fans of round two,
right before Sean had his shoe, his Air Max.
before he had his shoe and anything that. They were still they just started popping off on YouTube
and stuff.
And we were huge into that. We were already into vintage a little bit, but I feel like that just kind of elevated our wanting to be we can make more. We can actually make money, a good amount of money to the point where we have our own store. And I think that anticipated that for us. And so we basically flew out to LA, took a couple of our things, made some money. Not really made the money because we ended up using the credit. They gave us store credit, but we bought a bunch of cool ass stuff, bro. And
it was about the experience, really. We weren't in it for the money. We just wanted to be in the culture. And just feel it,
Yeah, exactly. And so it's just something, like I said, we've been doing, we've done, but definitely the game's changed and there's different brands now and different trends, and we're just trying to catch up now and bring some of that stuff now to the show and stuff like that, and eventually maybe do something online where we can start selling some of the vintage online, and
definitely just trying to make it accessible for you guys, and we're trying to pick up good stuff.
We'll try to get some footage.
It's gonna be dope. We have a lot of cool stuff. We've been meeting up with some local people and getting some vintage from them.
Appreciate everybody who's helped us out.
You guys.
It's been a fun experience. And like I said,
super dope. All the guys we met are super sick.
And it reminds us again why we kind of like the vintage market and stuff like that, and that culture is so much fun and stuff like that. We meet so many cool people, but I'm excited for this next event to kind of see.
I can't wait to show you the stuff we got, guys, because it's really cool stuff.
A lot of this stuff, it was so hard. It was so hard to be we're not gonna keep them for ourselves, and we need to sell it because we're bro, these pieces are hard. And we did keep some. Let's keep it real.
I'm still on the fence. I might keep some stuff, but
we're still battling that.
I'm trying to keep it to a rule where we don't take more one or two items, because
but it's been like that too since we started with shoes. We've been trying to really get away from every shoe we get in, it's in our size. We'll look at it and be it's sick and we want to keep it, but we got to keep remembering that we're working up towards something more, and we want to end up bringing stuff like this to the consumer or our everybody who's buying from us and the community. We want to bring stuff to them
and not just keep everything for ourselves.
Not just keep everything. It's fun, don't get me wrong, to have a piece or have a shoe that you're it's a rare piece, it's a rare shoe. But at the end of the day, we want them to enjoy it.
For sure.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
I think that kind of wraps it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up now, guys.
So I think what we should do for our outro is kind of promote our event. So do you want to take a shot in the dark and piece everybody out and see where they can find us?
So you can find us on Instagram at Shoebox PMW. TikTok, Shoebox PMW, YouTube, Shoebox PMW.
Just at Shoebox PMW.
Everything Shoebox PMW. The event's going to be this September 10th.
Right? Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
We got to run it again. All right, we got to look in the camera and we got to be this September 10th.
This September 10th, guys, we're going to have the event in Richland.
At the Uptown Movie Theater.
And it's going to be 10 to 3, guys.
So be there and check out some of our vintage. We're going to have shoes and we're going to have good vibes.
And also, it's going to be on our Instagram. So if you guys want to get the address and stuff, just keep a lookout for that.
Yep. And we appreciate it. I think that's a wrap, right?
Yeah, it's wrapping it up right now, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 2.
All right. Peace.